Today, I'm going to share with you how to customize your TalentCards settings and start enrolling your learners so we can start serving your team members, so we can increase their KPIs, engage them, and reward them for that engagement using some gamification settings we're going to go through today. Now, I would love for you to go through this with me. Therefore, I want to offer you an unlimited free trial of TalentCards. I have a link below this video for you to sign up for that. Great thing about TalentCards is you can try it out, try everything out that I'm going through today without paying for it. And you don't have to do it in 30 days, 60 days, 90 days. You can do it on your own time. The only limitation that you will see is you're only going to be able to have 5 users, so you and then 4 learners. And as we go through today, there are certain settings that you're not going to be able to access until you start paying for TalentCards. The great thing though is TalentCards is a very high value, low cost LMS as well. All right, let's get into it. So I'm logged into TalentCards right now. And the first thing I want to share with you is how to customize TalentCards, how to adjust your settings. Then once we do that, I'm going to show you how to actually get your learners into TalentCards. If you want to know how to develop a course in TalentCards, I have a whole other video all about that. You can go check that out there and in the description below the video as well. Okay, so here is the home page for TalentCards. This is going to give you kind of high level what the heck is going on in TalentCards. User activity, what your learners are interacting with, app activity, because TalentCards is a mobile app, and it's going to give you an idea of your leaderboard, your overall leaderboard, and your seasonal leaderboards, total number of card sets, total cards, and how many users you have. Just kind of a snapshot of everything. Then we have card sets. So card sets is where we actually create our courses in TalentCards. So a course in TalentCards is a card set. Course equals card set, okay? A module equals a card. Pretty simple. A card is where your actual learning is. What you're actually teaching your learners is on a card. Okay, so here's all your card sets. Here's users. We're going to get into this a little bit later of how to add users and importing users, inviting users, etc. Then we have analytics. I have another video all about analytics that you can check out, how to maximize the use of your analytics so that you can see change in your organization with your team members, with your employees, with your contractors. And then we have this fun infographic, which is just literally more analytics, okay? Where we're going to be today, at least at the beginning here, is this nice hamburger icon, okay? This is where we're going to find all of the settings that we want to customize. Before I get there though, what kind of LMS or learning management system is TalentCards? Well, TalentCards is what I like to call an internal learning management system. That means that it is built to train your employees, your contractors, and whatever you call your team members. It is how you train your team, okay? An externally facing learning management system is one where you sell online courses, you market online courses. So I highly recommend that if you're here trying to use TalentCards to sell and market your online courses, find another learning management system. And I have 2 recommendations for you. First, Kajabi. Second, LearnWorlds. You can grab 30-day free trials of both of those systems in the description below. I myself run my businesses using Kajabi, and I sell online courses, I market online courses using Kajabi, okay? I have a ton of students and clients that use LearnWorlds. Why do they use LearnWorlds over Kajabi? Well, LearnWorlds allows you to host SCORM and HTML5 based courses. Kajabi doesn't. So if you're looking to sell online courses that are SCORM and HTML5 based, you're going to need to look at LearnWorlds. Otherwise, I highly recommend that you check out Kajabi and grab 30-day free trials of both of those in the description below. Okay, let's set up some settings. So first thing we have here is system settings. System settings is going to cover most of the things that we can customize for our Talent Cards environment. This is where we have just general account details, billing, groups, APIs, Zapier, and Connect portals. Account details, we got first name, last name, company, email, country, so we can set our country, and phone number. I'm not gonna put in a phone number right now. You can also change your password here. This is where you are going to be able to change your password. Then we have our billing details. So when you actually start paying for Talent Cards, this is where you add your invoice address, your billing address, etc. Okay. Now, first main thing I want you to look at here is groups. Groups allows you to segment your Talent Cards environment. Okay. You can have Talent Cards set up and run different companies in it. So you can have one group for one company, another group for another company. You can also segment departments. You can have one group for one department in your company. You can have another group for another department in your company. You can also segment locations. You can have one group for the Denver office, one for the Chicago office, and another one for the San Francisco office. Okay. So if we're going to add a new group, literally just add a new group name here. Let's say that I'm going to have a Chicago office. Go save. All right, now we have a Chicago office. If you want to delete a group, all you have to do is click on delete. Bye-bye. Group is gone. And if you want to create another group, you can go Denver office. Okay, so you can use groups however you like. Now, the groups that are active, that we're actively in right now, and actually setting the settings for, is based on this right here, okay? So I can switch if I like, okay? So all the groups are active in general, but whichever group we're actually working in is gonna have this switch flipped on. Okay, the next thing to know about Talent Cards is the API integration. The API integration, which API stands for Application Programming Interface, and here's a little definition for you. An API is a software intermediary that allows two applications to talk to each other. So if you're looking to have Talent Cards talk to another application at your organization, this is where you need to be. You may also want Talent Cards to interact with another learning management system at your company. A very strong learning management system that Talent Cards pairs really well with is Talent LMS. You can also try an unlimited free trial of Talent LMS using the link in the description below. Here's the thing. Talent Cards, as you are learning today, is very simplistic. You can't customize too much. We can customize some things, but we can't customize too much. And Talent Cards is very mobile learning focused, okay? So if you are looking to serve more complicated training and you need a more robust learning management system, then a system like Talent LMS may suit you better. With that being said, both of these systems can talk to one another, and hey, they are created by the same company, so they integrate really well together. And they're both high value, low cost learning management systems. So what you could do is use Talent Cards for all your mobile learning. You can use the card sets for all your mobile training, and then if you have more involved training that you want to teach via SCORM, HTML5, XAPI, or even using the internal authoring tool within Talent LMS, which is called TalentCraft, to develop very, very beautiful courses, then you can use that too. So grab your free trial of Talent LMS in the description below. You can try that out as well. But here's how we integrate it. And you are gonna need to upgrade your subscription to do that. But this is where you access the API integration code. If you want to mess with integrating the Talent Cards API, I highly recommend what you do is you first test it out using the free version linked in the description below. Once you have some card sets created, once you have all your other settings put together, then what you can do is upgrade to a paid plan on a monthly basis. You're going to pay, let's see, I think $50 a month for 50 users. Oh yeah, even less. Well, I want you to pay monthly though, because you're just trying this out. So I believe, let's see, yeah, API. It looks like, yeah, you'll just need to pay $50 a month and you can test it out that way, all right? So that is the best way to test out the API. Okay, so now other ways you can connect talent cards to other systems is using Zapier. What is Zapier? Well, what Zapier allows you to do is it is a third-party app that allows you to set automations or zaps within the app, okay? If your other systems, so talent cards and whatever system you want to connect it to, doesn't have an internal integrator to make the automations happen, Zapier is the way to do it. And you can get started for free. I have a link to the free version of Zapier in the description below as well. And you can really just go through here and see what Zapier can help you with. Great thing about Zapier is it is a way to create automations without knowing how to code, okay? Because the zaps or the automations live inside Zapier, and all you do is you set what the automation is, you connect the apps, so talent cards and whatever other app you want to connect. You find the zaps, a lot of them are pre-made, and you just find the ones you need and you integrate them. Now, when you need to create your own zaps, maybe you find something that isn't pre-made, then you are going to have to figure out how to make that zap. And Talent Cards has their own zap templates here. TalentCards.com/Zapier. And Talent Cards has its own pre-made zap templates, so you can check those out. Okay, last thing, connect portals. So like I said, Talent LMS and Talent Cards are the same company. Therefore, you actually don't need to go through the API integrator or the Zapier integrator to connect the two. You can connect your Talent Cards portal with your Talent LMS or eFront. eFront is another more enterprise level learning management system created by the same company. I have a link to that below in the description as well. You can sync Talent Cards with these other portals, okay, and view engagement analytics for learners in both platforms from the Talent Cards Analytics dashboard. Yet again, you will need to upgrade your subscription in order to do that, but as I showed you, it's only $50 a month. Very, very low cost, high value. Okay, so those are our system settings. Next, we have our app control. The app control is what you're able to customize for the look and feel of your actual Talent Cards mobile application, okay? It's very simplistic. We can do some stuff. You can add a logo, so upload a custom logo here, and set a primary and secondary color for your organization. It's really easy. Upload a logo. If you don't have a logo, you can go to Canva, create a logo, and upload it. The link to Canva below this video as well. And Canva is a low cost and even free graphic design software. So create that logo, upload it, but you probably already have a logo, so you can just upload it. Primary and secondary color, just pick the two main colors of your brand and add them here. And then you can decide different things like display text on card thumbnails, card set is visible to public API, right? Does not impact existing cards. It just enables if card sets are visible to the public API that you are then using to implement into other softwares. Okay, so here on the right, you can see what the different screens look like. So if I change the primary color, for example, let's change it to green. Here you go. And let's say it change the secondary color to white. Or, nah, let's not do white. Let's do like a yellow, okay? You can see how that changes what it looks like. And we save. Okay. And we go down. Device management. This is where limit user access up to one device, okay? Now, in order to do multiple devices, so allowing users to log into the TalentCards app on multiple devices, you are going to need to upgrade. Yet again, it's not that expensive to upgrade. And really, you're probably not going to need this, at least not at the beginning. Allow users to use the web app. Yep. Force learners to update profile. So you can force your learners to make sure that they have their profiles updated. I kind of like to do this because, hey, our employees, our team members should keep their profile up to date. We want them to be completing our training in TalentCards. They can keep their profile updated. Learning management is next here. User inactivity. Deactivate a user after 7 days of inactivity. So you can do this. This is really a setting to manage your budget, because as you can see, when you start paying for TalentCards, your first 50 users are going to be included in whatever plan. Okay, you're going to pay $50 a month for them or $75 a month. Then each additional user on top of the 50 you're going to pay for. And these prices may have changed when you're watching this video. But as of right now, TalentCards charges you on a per user basis. So this allows you to set a deactivation period for your users so that you're not paying for extra. So if you have a lot of employees, this is a really good way to manage your budget. I would probably set this for something more than 7 days, maybe like 90 days would work better. Okay, reset an activity timer when user is reactivated. Makes sense? Because you can reactivate the users manually. Enforce test score pass percentage. 70% is pretty standard, but hey, you can be stricter. You can make this 100%. Can also be more lenient, make it 50%. Show correct answers after an unsuccessful answer attempt. I never check this. Randomize order of answers. This, I feel, is very important because it makes it so that retakes are a little harder than they would be if everything was the same order for your learners, okay? So for quizzes, we can set a time limit, set how many points they need to pass. We can also turn on hard mode. What is hard mode? Hard mode is they lose points per correct answer when they get an answer wrong. So all their points go away if they lose an answer, okay? Really good way to incentivize your teams to get all their answers correct and to try really hard on these quizzes. Now, they only care about this if you connect this to something in the real world, okay? So someone completes a quiz and they get X amount of points, or they get a specific score, and what happens? They get a bonus. They get an extra day off. They get a trip somewhere. Come up with something. They get a dinner somewhere, a lunch somewhere. Gamification really only works when you tie it to something real. All right, user progress reset. Reset progress of users 1 day after set completion. Reset user progress at scheduled intervals. This is really, if you were expecting to have your learners have repetition. So they complete a card set, and a week later they have to complete it again. So this is really up to you. I don't usually run my programs like this. With that being said, maybe you have a card set that you want your learners to complete every year. Or maybe all your card sets you want your learners to complete every year. This is a really good option if you are looking to do that. And we have different intervals that we can set for that too. Scheduled intervals. Leaderboards, we have our all-time, our seasonal, and then I'm going to enable seasonal reset cycle. And I like to do it monthly, okay? Communication, weekly on Mondays. We can choose the time. Now, interesting thing here is this is going to be a more advanced setting that you're going to need to start paying for TalentCards for. Because this is really how we continuously interact with our learners. We can send push notifications directly from the app. Emails go to their email. So push notifications are sent to your learners via the app when they have the app on their phone. Emails go to their email. I suggest you use both of these to bring people in. to remind them, hey, you need to complete this training. But they're only really going to care, yet again, if they get something in the real world for completing these things. Okay, very important. Okay, I'm going to save. Let's go to the next item here. I'm going to skip upgrade and everything that's locked for now. We're going to go to gamification. So for gamification, when we set our points here, because that's all we can do with the free version. You can also set badges and challenges when you are paying for the upgraded features of TalentCards. But for the free version, we can set points. And we can set points for card sets, for quizzes, for polls and surveys, and for engagement. Okay. Now, all these points are going to be the default points that people get, that your learners, that your team members get for completing different actions in all your card sets. You can change specific card sets by going into the card set details and changing these for specific card sets. So if you have a card set that you want to attribute more points to, I'll show you how to do that next. Here, these are the settings that get pushed to all the card sets unless you override it with card set specific settings. So we have points earned for viewing each new card, points earned for completing a card set, points earned for being among the first to complete. So this is how you can really get like, hey, the first 3 people to complete this get 5 bonus points. That can really push people to get on the train of actually doing your training. You can make this 5, 10, depending on your organization, right? This could be 10% of your employees. It could be 20% of your employees, okay? Points earned for completing a sequence. A sequence is multiple card sets, so you can set up and combine multiple card sets into a sequence. So that works really good for onboarding. It also works really good for any type of level training, okay? So maybe a level 1 financial analyst needs this card set, and once they complete it, they move to this card set. Once they complete that, they move to this one. You keep unlocking more card sets. You have to create a sequence to do that. So giving a bonus for completing a sequence is a really good idea. Quizzes, this is where points earned for passing a quiz, bonus points earned for scoring 100% on a quiz, points earned for each question answered correctly. Then we have polls and surveys. I don't do much with polls and surveys, not in TalentCards. I use other softwares outside of TalentCards to do that. Engagement, points earned for downloading and registering in the app. This is important. Give people points to actually get the app. Points earned for revisiting the app at least 12 hours since last use. I like to give points for this too, because this incentivizes people to keep going back to the app. And if you are actually giving a reward based on number of points, either on a seasonal basis, annual basis, or maybe when they hit a specific point total, let's say they hit 100 points, they unlock this bonus. They hit 1,000 points, they get a day off. They hit 10,000 points, they get a raise. Like, however you want to do it, this adds up over time. And you can make it 1, you can make it more than that. You could change the interval to make it once a week. You can make it every 24 hours. Whatever you think, you want to reward people with extra points every time they log in. Okay, so let's save changes here. Badges and challenges, we need to upgrade to edit. Let me show you now how to adjust the gamification settings on specific cards and card sets. Okay, so let's say that this course, TalentCards Made Simple, we want to attribute more points to this card set. All we do is open up the card set, and we click on Set Details, and then it's going to give us some options. Okay, gamification. We go to gamification. By default, set gamification options match those from the app control. Use this section to override these defaults and customize the point value of this card set in any way you choose. Okay, so this overrides what we just looked at and set. Okay, points earned for viewing a card. Maybe we want to do 2 instead of 1, or maybe even 3. Points earned for completing a set. We might want this to be 10. Points earned for completing a set as the first 5 users. Maybe we want to give 20 points for this. Points earned for passing a quiz, 5 is good. I think we were giving 3 before. Bonus points for earning 100% in a quiz, we're going to give another 5. Points earned for each answer correctly, we're going to change that to 2. And then we can set our pull points. We can even issue a certificate upon completing the set. Okay. So you have a more advanced card set, or you have a card set that you want to incentivize people more to complete. This is how you want to do it. Attribute more points to it. Okay. Let's go to some other functions here. Restoring data. Restoring data is just a good thing to have for deleting things. You know when you delete a photo on your phone and you're like, oh shoot, actually I wanted that photo of the mountains that I thought I had a duplicate of, but I actually like that one more. This is the same thing that Apple does, where you can go and look at for the next 30 days. Oh, I deleted this stuff. Oh, I can restore it. Same thing. For 30 days, you're going to be able to restore anything that you delete. So that's card sets, that's groups. Anything you delete, you can restore here. So if you ever have a problem where you're like, oh man, I deleted that, but I actually need it, go to restore data. All right, custom rules. Custom rules is where you're actually going to see this talent cards made simple. This is the overrides. So this has a list of all the custom rules that we've set that override our talent cards wide settings. So this is how it keeps track of it. So you can keep track, oh, well, talent cards made simple. I made all of this stuff more for gamification. How to sign up for your HR new hire benefits. I changed some stuff there. How to lose 30 pounds and keep it off. I changed some stuff there. This keeps track of all of it. Okay. Schedule notifications, already kind of went through that. Custom attributes, we'll look at that in a sec. Manage tags. Tags are talent cards' way to organize courses. Okay. While a sequence allows you to put courses in a specific order to be taken, tags allows you to give them a specific theme. So maybe courses don't have to be taken in a specific order, but they all have to do with a specific theme. So I have 3 tags right here. I have a health and fitness tag, I have an e-learning tag, and I have an other tag. If I want to add more tags, all I do is I go add tag. Maybe I want to add a tag for my finance and accounting department. Okay. And I want to add another tag for my plumbing department. And then I want to add another tag for my HVAC department. Go add department to plumbing. So if we want to edit a tag, you just click on this pen or pencil, plumbing department, etc. So this is where you go and mess with your tags. Now, you see how these new tags don't have any courses or sets, card sets? There's no sets. There's also no users tagged in the current group. Okay. So this is just a really good way to have, all your users who are in the HVAC department, serving your clients with HVAC services. You put them in this group, you add all of the card sets that you have for the HVAC department into this group or this tag, and they'll easily have access to it. Okay. This is a way to enroll your students. Same with plumbing, same with finance, accounting. You could do this any way you want. These other ones, because I've already organized them, have courses already here. Now what I have found is the best way to add courses to a tag is, or card sets to a tag, is to go to card sets. And then we have our list of card sets. You may be viewing this as a grid. If you're viewing it as a grid, I prefer to view it as a list when I'm doing this, okay? And then you just click on the card sets. So let's say we want all of these sets to be added to this tag. And you can have courses associated with multiple tags as well. So I have this set up, and then all I have to do is I click on these 3 dots and I go Manage Tags. Then I can add HVAC department, apply. Boom. All those courses have been added to that tag. How do we see it? Let's go back to Manage Tags. I go HVAC department, there's 6 courses. We can click here and it's going to show us the 6 courses or the 6 sets. Okay. You can also import sets. Okay. Import sets. You can take them from the card set library on TalentCards. Okay. We can also import from a portal. So you can import it from another TalentCards portal via the API. You can import it from a specific group, sets, etc. within another portal. All right. Let's go back here. So that is tags. The other way to do this is we can go to card sets. I can open up a card set either on this screen or I can view as a grid. And let's say I want to go to how to change a flat tire. I go to edit content. And I go to set details. And this is where I can add tags. So I can add additional tags here. Okay. Really easy. Now with users, we can go to users. And we have 2 users right now. What I can do is I can open up myself here and I can add a tag. I can add as many tags as I want. I can add all the tags if I want to be associated with all of those courses. Okay. Let me confirm. Okay, a couple more things. At any time, if you want to replay the TalentCards tour, you just go to the hamburger icon, click on Replay Tour, and TalentCards is going to re-give you the tour. 60 seconds. Or you can, if you accidentally go here, you can explore on your own. But let's go. Card sets tells us what a card set is. Tells us how to download the app and get our learners on the app. Tells us, hey, you can always look at the mobile app on your web app. Okay, this icon over here. Tells us, hey, here's users. Here's how we get people in our learning environment. And lastly, it's going to show you analytics. But if it gets frozen, like it did for me, just refresh, go explore on my own. That's how you get out of that. Okay. So if you need help, click on help. That's going to open up the TalentCards Help Center. All right, so once you upgrade, okay, you go to Upgrade Now. It's going to open up your upgrade options. I highly recommend that you go to the monthly before you go to the yearly. Okay. Yes, you're going to save 20% by paying yearly. But I want you to try out the paid features without committing to a year plan. Okay. So let's start with the monthly. You can try out the standard. The main difference between the standard and the premium is the premium gives you full access to AI-powered course creation. So if you are interested in that, I have a whole video all about the AI features of TalentCards, and I actually have a whole course about that called AI E-Learning Unleashed, and is linked in the description below. But let's say you just want to try out some of the features that we weren't able to go through today because we're on the free version, like managing admins, managing teams, activity logs, schedule notifications, custom attributes, which I'm going to go over in a second. All you need is a standard. If you want to try out the advanced full access to AI-powered course creation, go to the premium. You can test out AI-powered course creation on the free though. They just limit how many cards you can build out using it. So I highly recommend you test that out first before you invest in the premium. I love it. And I tell my students and clients that if you're going to invest in Talent Cards, I highly recommend that you ultimately invest in the premium because it's going to save you a bunch of time and money, because Talent Cards is literally going to help you build your card sets without you having to hire anyone to do it. It's going to save you time, your team's time, and it's only 50 cents per user more per month. It's worth it. So here we go. You can manage admins. So you can add unlimited admins who can add users and create card sets. So you can manage your team, organize users into teams based on common characteristics, assign team card sets, and view team level reports. You got the activity log, track admin activity, including creating, editing, and deleting card sets, users, and groups. So this just shows you the activity of all your admins and everyone in Talent Cards. So you can track changes being made. Very, very key when you have multiple people in here. You can see your stuff now, but you can track everybody's stuff. So you can see when card sets are changed, etc. And that's going to help you with that restoring data feature, okay? If you ever need to restore data. Scheduled notifications. So you can schedule automated emails and push notifications. Emails go to their email, push notifications get pushed from their app on their phone. Custom attributes. This is when you create custom user attributes to organize users by role, department, and more. So this, if you're a large organization, you can really segment even further beyond the use of tags using custom attributes. All right, so let's get some users in here. How do we do it? Well, we go to our users tab. Do it in a couple different ways. We can invite users by email, the from, the subject. You can customize all of this, add all your user emails here. They're going to get an email inviting them to set up an account and inviting them to download the app. This is a very good way to do it, okay? And you just got to make sure that people actually open their email and do it. Maybe 20, 25% of people are going to do that, so you're going to probably need to do this a couple times. That's one way to do it. Okay. You can also import users using these different import processes. So a CSV or XLS file, so Excel, CSVs, you can import from other products. So from Talent LMS or eFront, if you're using those as your main really customized learning management system, and you're just using Talent Cards for this really mobile, interactive user experience. Or you can even use your FTP server to synchronize your users with a file from a remote server, okay? That's another way to get your users here. Once you're paying for Talent Cards, you can also access your custom attributes here. Okay, and then we can just add a user. Click add a user, add first name, last name, email, country, mobile, and then you'll be able to add tags as well. So really easy to get your learners in Talent Cards. And then you'll be able to see all of their information here. When they joined, last use, what tags they have, when they were created. You can pull up analytics here as well. And I go through Talent Cards Analytics in another video. You can check that out. Remember to grab your free trial of Talent Cards. It's an unlimited free trial. It is in the description below this video. I highly recommend that you grab that and try everything out that we did today. Start building your first courses, start testing them with a small group of learners in your organization, or maybe only have 4 or 5 employees of your organization, then you can get away with just the free version of Talent Cards. I have over 100 students using Talent Cards right now, and a lot of them are smaller organizations, and they get away with just using the free version. So I highly recommend that you do the same. And I'll see you in another video.